What are some conscious business tips that are really going to help to move your enterprise powerfully forward? In this video, I'll be sharing with you 5. Hi, this is Simon Lovell, bringing your business conscious growth in under 10 minutes. And as always, hit that subscribe button, also hit the bell to make sure that you get my regular updates. Now, tip number 1, in order to build a conscious business, it's all about your level of happiness and fulfillment, because if you don't have that within you, you're not going to pass it down to your team members. I was talking to a client just the other day, and we were talking about the best way to bring a team up every single day. And that is going to be from how you feel. And so if you can be at your best every single day, of course, then that energy is going to get transferred. And so we need to understand energy and how we operate. The second thing, number 2, is you've got to start to notice what feels off. As we start to become more conscious, when we move from that stage of being unaware to aware, we start to notice what happens in our body. And of course, we've got key performance indicators, numbers, stats in business, all of that's great. But as you start to become more conscious as a person, you've got to start to notice this just doesn't feel right. This starts to feel off. And that way, you're going to move your business because of intention versus specific goals that may just look good that actually don't really align. The next one is about mindful marketing. As you start to run a more conscious business, you will start to notice, because you're shifting yourself, that some of the things that other companies do, or that you actually used to do, or that you're still doing, needs to shift. And I'll give you an example of this. Conscious marketing, for me, is not about throwing rocks at a competition, okay? That's about trying to win through putting someone down. And being conscious is not about bringing anyone down. Can we be challenging? Can we set our own intention and a mission within the business so we're competing with ourselves? Absolutely. But, for example, if you're working solo and you screenshot other people that have messaged you, for example, or said certain things. Like, I see a lot on social media, very unconscious behavior from business owners that are using someone else to try and bring themselves up. And while that may attract some people, if you're running a conscious business, it's going to be the wrong people, because they have the wrong motivators, drivers within themselves. Very important to notice. The next one is about your own level of vulnerability. The way that we move through different stages and we get teams connected together and we move through our own personal challenges and just create energy for movement and power, it comes from being able to be vulnerable, saying that you haven't got everything figured out, and creating that relaxation within a team environment that the team understands that you're human too. That doesn't mean that you can't still motivate, inspire, and bring that energy that creates action. But there's an illusion that vulnerability does not create action. And there's an illusion that vulnerability actually takes away from an end result. And it's just completely false. So vulnerability is important. The other one, which is transparency. If you have a rule within your business, in your enterprise, that you're going to be a transparent business. If someone's got a question, that you're going to be able to answer honestly. And you can have that level of conversation within team meetings and all of that where people feel safe. And this is the really important thing. When it comes to relationships, intimate relationships, why do most people end up leaving or moving on? They don't feel safe. So when it comes to team members too and growing a business, we've got to create safety. And that comes from vulnerability and transparency. The other one, which may be a little bit unusual for you, is to understand your own love language. There's a book called The Love Languages, and there is a test online. And by doing that test, you will understand the way that you best receive love. You see, in a relationship, what happens is sometimes we give love the way that we would give love. but everyone has a different love language. And so actually, when we do that test and we understand that maybe, do you know what, words of affirmation and quality time are my two primary love languages, what happens is we realize, wow, what about my team members? What if I knew that there are certain team members that they need more words of affirmation? Here's why. Because most of the time as business owners, we don't understand the truth about the person that's there working for us. And once we understand what they've got going on personally, we actually shown a keen interest, we actually actively listen to that person, we can really understand at a much deeper level what are the micro things that we can do every single day to move them along and to champion them. You know, I thought it was really interesting that Oprah said that in all of the people that she's interviewed throughout all of the years that she's been doing her work, there's something that everybody says at the end of every interview, no matter how conscious or how awakened they are. And that is the question, did I do okay? And so in knowing that your staff, your team members, your contractors are internalizing the thought pattern of, is it okay? Have I done a good job? In that knowing, you can give that word of affirmation, when you feel it, of course, to say, you did a great job today. And it's those micro comments that really help. I'm someone that's gotten a lot better at that over time as I've got more conscious, as I've got more aware, because I've been so in my head and scatterbrained. So I hope this supports you. Now, here's the thing. Running a conscious business is about you being at your very best, you're extraordinary, but also at your highest level of awareness and consciousness. And so that's why I put together a program called Entrepreneur Evolution, which frees up energy that brings you to your best so that you can truly grow an evolved business. If you want to get more information on that, then head to modernspiritualman.com/evolution to find out more details. Put into the comments below, please, which of these tips really supported you best, and what are you going to implement? I would love to know. This is Simon Lovell bringing you growth, and as always, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to make sure that you get updates, and I will see you in another video. Take it easy.